back. Here we are. What am I supposed to do? I actually can't remember. I don't want to go on a date. No way. What? Play boo bike. Alright. I should worry, so. Oh shit. Oh wait, that was on. Okay, so let's just keep watching the last half of this. I can obsessed with Ariana Grande. These are the sort of ads that Katie's like stupid like fans will like watch and they'll be like, oh my god, really? Because there's really dumb. Damn, that's cool though. Traveling by herself just means she gets like blown out by Chad. I don't have to move the camera. That's what girls love. They love like a little bit of dopamine. So like children.
With R2, pre-order your Galaxy Z Fold 8 and save up to £1,313 when you trade in. Plus, get Galaxy Portable.
Whoa. Did you see how far they went? How do they drift?
Now that's pretty much the only Ariana Grande related stuff in the docu-series.
I love when it counts.
80% B-roll that is totally unrelated to the show.
I love it,
10% sensationalized recreations of so-called dramatic moments that aren't even the slightest bit interesting, and 10% long-winded scenes and extremely dull and boring dialogue that genuinely no one gives a fuck about, like talking about what they've eaten or like.
Well, they eaten. They ate, Katie. Well, they ate. Well, they ate. Eaten's not a word, you stupid. Boop. Eaten. What? No, is it? Eaten. Have you eaten that food? Have you ate that food? No, yeah, I don't think we're eaten. I think it is. I just think it should be ate. See what I mean? This is like the level of like boop, bro. I have to like listen to it. And this is why like I have to. This is why I just like take the piss out of it. Everyone's fun. And then you get fucking idiots telling you that they're actually really smart. You're like, well, no, we're not. Hell Hell yeah. Take this. Smell we got it. Oh, that is ass. The music's dope. I really. Yeehaw! Whoa. I did it! Broke the fucking record. Yeah, how the cloud is.
For example, there's a point in the documentary where she talks about how her Instagram and her TikTok were basically removed as part of a so-called targeted hate campaign. And instead of just relaying information, they basically just reconstructed it as if it was happening as they were filming. And it was genuinely the most terrible acting I've ever seen. I actually had to turn off the show and take...
Katie physically had to turn the show off. It was so physically bad. She was traumatized. It's a bit like me when I have to, like, that's why I have to do lots of stops, because like, if it goes on too long, it just makes me feel a bit ill. Oh. And she's already been and again, like, I'm live, even if you're going to watch this, like, tomorrow, this is live, so maybe I do make a mistake, that's fine. The difference is I'm not making curated content like her, she's not, she's sat down, and whoever's editing is probably her, because she's too like stingy to probably pay for like a for a fucking editor. And if she does, put some Indian guy who just like jerks off to her content. I'm not joking. Like Pokemon's one dude. That's all she made. That's the thing. It's great. Oh, okay. This is one dude. I was like, I don't remember this happening in the last time. See what I mean? It's like everyone's been tricked by the Indians. It's not just the men, the women have as well. Because everything's been like telling us, every single TV show you've been watching, it's like got Indians and always like make them out to be like these like sort of like guru geniuses, and they're all like diamonds in the rough.
Apologies for the delay. Please.
And then when you ever see India, it's like not that bad in any of the cartoons. They always make it all shows. They always make it actually look pretty good. It just looks like no, they always make it look like how India was when like British. This is the irony. It's when British Empire still ruled it. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Oh, wait, what am I supposed to do? Shit. I thought, oh. He had a gun for a head. It's like, it is really funny because it's just like, this is why like things get ruined basically.
It's like I told you. Someone went on a rampage, and now
I'll take it from here.
You see what I mean? It's like they would have let like white people bring their guns into Disneyland. This is what I'm saying. It's I know this is a bad example because it wasn't actually a black guy, but he is just so. I don't think you can get that big without steroids.
We meet again, young.
Like his hands are just so
You'd like to
fucking
go another
huge.
round? I'm always game.
seriously.
He's just like the ultimate showman.
A director from head office was attending a Coliseum match.
But yeah, I kind of grow body hair like him. If I don't shave, that is actually what I grow. I grow like a little sort of patch in between, in the middle of my chest. It looks so fucking retarded. Like, I don't think I'll ever. I had it for a little bit, and then I just was like, yeah, it literally grows like that. Same with my snail trail as well. Like I do have to shave them. I'm not like ashamed of that. It just doesn't look good.
But according to eyewitness reports,
It looks okay on him because he's like. He's just like super rugged, I suppose. He's like absolutely like rugged as well. I'm not like that big. I'm just more like athletic, I suppose.
Nigh as tall and muscular as I, yet brash and brazen.
But he'd be like Greek. He's like some kind of like Greek or Turkish dude, I suppose. Someone with like really like
A gun for an arm.
wiry sort of dark hair.
Tell me, does that sound like anyone you might know?
Now wait a minute. Barrett might have a temper, but
That's what I mean. Like Tifa would be so turned on.
Though I'd like nothing more than to believe you.
This is the TV show. Sorry, it's because it's a game. He doesn't. But in real life, like
This tells a very
Tifa or like Aerith or Yuffie would want to like fuck like idea.
no, we.
Listen, this couldn't have been Barrett.
Not to say that sorry, like they wouldn't find because Cloud's like there's like two aesthetics. Like, this is the thing, when women are on birth control, they fancy guys like Cloud, like these sort of like sensitive like soy boys, and then as soon as they stop taking birth control, like, they want to like actually have children.
He'd have made sure you had the footage.
They end up having kids with them, and then they regret it, and they end up like thirsting over like guys like actual masculine dudes.
well, you do not want for loyalty. Which
It
is
just
a
happens so
close to
much.
my
It's like it's not even like
But this is a serious
it's just so obvious. This is what's
Mere
happening.
character statements will not suffice. I'll tell you what. Find me the true perpetrator, and I will declare your friend innocent. You have 24 hours.
Part of me kind of like wants to sort of see what this actually sounds like in Japanese.
Clapped in chains.
我是个子，我是要的没事别啊，说刚刚的上上，我是对的下那个的是 Cloud 上。哪里？刚是个 Cloud 上。It's just like where it was like.
Insurance. In the event you decide to make a break for it.
We won't need
Just give like your I love to say Yorihime because that's who they just give like it'd probably be Tifa. They'd give Tifa like that really like annoying sort of like little girl like Japanese voice they always give them. So it's just like really just. I find it just very disturbing. I find it really disturbing if you get women who like super endowed women that talk about that. There is this genre of porn. Oh, sorry, it's not really porn. It's like hentai, and it's literally that. It's the most disturbing thing I think I've ever like accidentally fell into. I just like wasn't like.
This way, folks.
Uh,
Like as you like.
I saw it somewhere. It wasn't on X. It might have been Reddit when I see it. It's just someone was like showed like, it's like what the fuck is this? And it was just like, I don't like describing it, but I feel like I have to bring it to people's attention. It's like it's like drawings, like Japanese drawings, and it's like of like little women, little girl-looking women, but they'll do like the shit where they'll say like it's a demon or something. So it's like got like it's actually like 1,000 years old or some bullshit. But it just looks like some like 6, 7-year-old girl. But it also just has like the most uncomfortable sized boobs. It's absolutely messed up as shit. I just was like, I think I saw it, the front page of the comic or the manga, and I just immediately just was like, oh my god. I think like the very first page, it just like sort of like it tries to lightly veil like. Because it's just hentai, isn't it? So it's like porn. There's not really needs to be a story, is it? And I was like, oh, this is just absolutely fucking the most degenerate thing I've ever seen. It's like, and you see what I mean? Because it like psychologically, it's quite intriguing because it's like it's playing on almost like two aspects of the male sex urge, and it's combining them both together, but instead of it being like sweet and sour or it's sweet and salty popcorn, like two opposites which like are like apparently people say like peanut butter banana and Marmite sandwich is actually really good because it's the taste, it's the sweet versus the bitter. It really works. It's the same with fat and if you eat loads of fat by itself, so if you just went in the fridge and you just got like some butter out and start eating that, it just doesn't taste very nice. And it's the same with sugar. If you just get like sugar and then you just eat sugar, like just get a sugar granule and you do it like as a kid you might do it and you just realize quickly it's not tasty. It's just unpleasantly sweet. Just like you're eating a teaspoon of sugar. But if you combine those together, like ice cream, I suppose, it becomes very, very tasty. So like sweet and like sweet and salty is always a good combination. It's always like what do you call it? Like people have like what do you call it, meats and honey and stuff. Like, that can do it. But yeah, this is like the opposite. It doesn't work. It's combining like the young youthfulness to like the nth degree, and that's I think the problem is it's like it's the nth degree. So it's like literally like a child, but then it's like do you see what I mean? So it's almost like an AI would make that. An AI would have been like looking into all like the porn history, like the porn types and the algorithms, and it'd be like loads of people keep looking up like barely legal. Unfortunately, they do look up like because there's loads of countries and we're not allowed to talk about it. But essentially, it's like most of the world has absolutely no problem with like looking up like porn of like women and girls who are like 12 and up. They just don't see it as a problem. That's why they always come over here and they get caught by the paedophile hunters, and none of them seem to understand or care what's going on because they're just Indian and they've come over here. And he's like, I didn't know about this, and it's just like they're horny and they come over here, and then they're too stupid, so they just see like some decoy pretending to be like 15 talking to them. And then they're just too stupid to realise. I think it's just like they just think because they've watched so much porn that all white women are just like massive whores. So they just think that that's the way it is. They just generally do think that. They just think like all white women are just huge, massive whores, and they all just want to like just have sex all the time, which they kind of do. Just not with them. It was really funny, like, before I came on it streamed. For some reason, Pearl Davis was just, like, doing a live stream really early. So I was like... It was like 4:30 my time. So it was really early for it. It was like the morning for her. But like, I was like, fuck it, why not? Because she was like, I'm going to be interviewing Clavicular. I actually thought that sounded quite funny. And it's just like, her stream's just filled with like, it obviously is just like black guys. So I just dared not talk about race mixing or any of my opinions, but because... But like, Pearl is a great example of the dangers of social media, and this is like this is why women aren't allowed to be the ones to sort of talk about it, because she's talking about it from like one aspect, but she doesn't even understand the damage that it's done to just herself. She'll like stand on this like bullshit that because she has her media empire, whatever bullshit she wants to spin, that's somehow like worth the soul, but it's not. She has no children, and that is just her biggest thing, that she's just fucked up. Does not matter. She's like coming into her 30s now. She's essentially ruined because like everyone knows she's a mud shark, and like no, like she is like comfortable with just like fucking like blood, but that will come back to haunt her. I'm just telling you now, it will, because once the right get into power, it's only going to become a lot more like tough as like the generations come by, because again, the boomers are all the ones in control at the moment, and all of them are effectively just like being goyle ordered. It's like my dad and my mum. Like, every time I mention any Jewish stuff, they just wince and they just go, "The Jews aren't bad; they're all good people." And I'm like, seriously, you can't listen to these guys. If you start talking to them about anything about the Jewish, they just don't understand it. They'll just like they have all this like, they've just been watching too much TV, and they're never gonna watch the BBC. And you're gonna get the Jewish conspiracies on the BBC by Louis Theroux. It'll never come out. Nothing on Channel 4, nothing ever would have come out. Sky News, nothing ever would have come out. Any TV show, it's going to be like, welcome back to, I can't even think of a TV show. Paramount Comedy. Next up we got the top 10 greatest Jewish conspiracies. Number 10. The Jews are trying to make everyone mixed race theory. You see what I mean? They couldn't do that because they just get sued out the wazoo. And that's the other big thing. It's just that social media has been so powerful to the Jews to like basically convince, and it's worked. It's absolutely worked. Women have ruined. Like effectively, most women are ruined. You get a few little diamonds in the rough that you see, where you can just see that they are generally like privy more to the situation at hand. But I feel like a lot of them are a lot older. Every time I call any of them out, they're always like, they always go, "Don't know input. You're just being bad faith." There are a couple of good girls, and I'm like, I like go, "Oh, you just sound like you're sort of playing up to that internet meme of women." And they go, "Oh, I'm a bit old for internet memes. What is it?" And I'm like, so she hasn't verified it, but she's just basically saying to me that she's got to be like probably a couple generations older than me. So I assume she probably is like Gen X or like Boomer. Like, and that's what I said. I was talking to my mum about it, and like again, you can just tell that even the fallacy of women work on her. If I ever talk about like women, like I always have to clarify because she'll tart and go, "I'm not like that," and I go, "No, but you're not a modern woman. You're not a modern woman. A modern woman is effectively any woman who's grown up with social media. That's just basically it. That's essentially just all it is. If you don't want to be a modern woman, you just can't use social media. So if I'm seeing you, that means you're not a modern woman. And that's the fallacy women can't swallow. If you see any trad wives, Brett Cooper, or any of these like right-wing grifting women, they're not. Because if you're seeing them on social media, even if they tell you they have a husband, I still think that's being unfaithful. That'd be like the equivalent of, again, let's just bring it back to when they were like really sort of like put like nuclear families on TV. You can get a really good, nice, easy way of envisioning it. So imagine like in the Flintstones. So that's just like meant to be like obviously like metaphor for like a prehistoric nuclear family. But you have Barney and Wilma, and like Fred is clearly like the head of the family. He's like the patriarchal. He makes the decisions. When he gets angry, the house kind of does like shudders a bit because, in a way, society has given him that power because they trust him as well because he's a man and he will be more smart than a woman. But not only that, but the man is just physically bigger. So that is part of like his control, is that he just has the power to just. He probably won't, because Wilma knows not to push it that far. But Wilma knows that if she pushes it too much with Fred, and then Fred does like get like really annoyed, he could like hit her. And and Wilma would feel shame if she had to go to the dinosaur supermarket. She's buying like the what's it called, the pterodactyl eggs, and then she's like just checking to see they're all good, and she opens a punnet, and then like as she closes the punnet, she sees like Betty, and she's like, "Wilma, that's so good to see you." She's like, "Betty," and then like as she says that, like Betty then like looks up and like as she sees like what's up to her, and goes, "My goodness, what happened to you?" And it's like that's the shame. This is the part where it's like we don't have this anymore because we don't have these like close communities. Because like nowadays it would just be like a girl will just be in the city and it's like she'll just be with some dude, and she just knows that on her phone she has like a roster of like 50 dudes who also live in like New York, and she's already like eyed up a couple of them because like women do, they just got wandering eye and they will just go on their phone and they'll go in their DMs and they'll have a little scout and there'll be like someone else who's like lives in a slightly nicer area in New York, and maybe they've even got like access to a pool or something like that. So because she doesn't want to like be the one to like break up, she'll just act really bad on purpose to just so he breaks up with her, because this is the game again, women don't play. So she'll just act really like annoying and just refuse to have sex with him. He's not allowed to do anything. Also, she'll probably like record it and like shame him on TikTok and stuff as well, and like make him do like humiliating things. And it's just, this is why, because we've given all the power. No, we haven't even given all the power to women. We've given some power to women, and this is what they've done. They're just too stupid. They do not get it. It's Abraham Lincoln said it. He said a way to like really understand integrity is give someone like a little bit of power and see what they do with it. And it's just true. You give like Indians who've got an IQ of like 75 access to Reddit modding, they just become furious. They just become absolute furious. Or not even that. It's just like those like fucking ugly dudes who like and you know, like when we've been taught to never judge a book by its cover, that's all completely wrong. That's all completely wrong. Because my first point will be is go speak to any publishing house, and they will absolutely tell you that. Well, no, we do put a lot of effort into the cover. We want you to judge the book by the cover. A lot of people will judge a book by its cover. These are all again like sort of like little psyopsy little things that they've taught us, so we don't do what they want us to do, which is we do judge books by its cover. You see someone who's brown, and you just assume he's going to be a thief or a rapist, because they probably will. And you just think that there's like 1% of them which won't. And you just think, okay, it's not even worth it. I'd just rather he's not in the country. It's all white people, and everyone I know I'm just familiar with. You know what I mean? It's no point. What's the point? What does the benefit of him being there is? Like, he can do a job that we can do. Okay, we can learn. We'll learn. We've learned our lesson now. We'll just close it off, and we'll just teach our kids that if we need more carpenters, we'll just do carpentry. We'll put a mandate out, and we'll give really good grants for that year. We'll say anyone who wants to do like carpentry, we'll pay for you to do your apprenticeship, and you can get a guaranteed job as like a carpenter afterwards on like 50 grand salary. Loads of people do it. Instead of going to college, you go and do that as a trade. And this is the other psyops. They've deliberately like made it so all of the trade jobs are really uncool by giving like all the like the N-ball players and all the streamers and all the like the really stupid jobs like loads of money, like OnlyFans and stuff, because they don't want us to be learning how to do like carpentry and like masonry and all this stuff, because they don't want us to like start to build stuff, because they know that we're smart, and they know that if like British people actually were given the ability to actually make things, the stuff we'd make would just be insanely better. The only reason China stuff is like cheap is because it's like, well, it's made in China, but like we're better than that. I mean, China do have some nice buildings and stuff, but we can go back to it if we just had, instead of us giving like a footballer, I don't know, like 15 million a year to play for Goibel, you could just give that money to some like masonry guy, and he could just like literally just spend the year just making like insanely nice like architecture, like for like and we could go back to making like really nice like Gothic inspired buildings and old Catholic, maybe actually start to build new churches, but not have them like being really like what's it called, simplified, like modernized. Go back to like building stuff with like insane detail and depth and just beauty. Same with like people as well, like making like silvery and stuff. You could pay like people to be like the blacksmiths and things, and like do this what do you call them, like silversmiths. All these sort of like more lost things that like our country is really renowned for doing. Like seriously, when you like, or just like fuck it, just have like modern suits of armor and stuff. We could just like, incorporate a couple of like modern suits of armor and just sort of make a really sick like new form of military wear or something, where like the top brass people can wear like some really sick like looking like personalized armor, which is like all been made with like the proper gauntlets and stuff with all the moving pieces. Because when you see that stuff, you think, wow, isn't that incredible? They made that in like I don't know, probably as early as like the 1400th century or so. sorry, 1400s, yeah. Like when you see like the knights of the medieval times, they were able to somehow still work out how to build, and they're not like some shitty pieces. They're like absolutely insane. Like, there's like one piece of like, there's like the classic, when you think of like an Anglo-Saxon helmet, the classic one comes to mind, which is like the one which has got like the sort of face guard that comes down like that, and it's got like a bit there, and it's got like it sort of like looks like it's got like a beard, and it's just kind of like the Anglo helmet. When you see like the one that's in like the museum, it's like made of, I don't know what metal it is. I don't want to embarrass myself for saying it, but it's been like embroiled, or what would you call it? Like when you like carve into it, it's just so exceptional. It's just unfathomably good. And the reason they were able to make that was because back then that's how it would have worked. You would have had like you'd had like the king himself. And I mean, this is what I'm saying, is that we could still do stuff like this for the royals if we actually liked them and cared about them more, but they don't, because they're selling us out. And that's like what you would do. They would just be, their job is just basically they wake up and like for however long, their job is just to go and make the most opulent ever set of armor, which would be for like the king himself as well as his like top knights. So they'll just have basically at that time of the world probably the most. I know it sounds like crazy, but even it's still to that day, I think like we're probably like pioneers. Maybe like the Spanish and the French as well, but like we would just like be making like the best sort of armor ever. And that's the thing, it's like you sort of take a suit of armor for granted a little bit, but in all seriousness, if you did like if you were in like a fight and you were like came face to face with a knight and you just knew that basically like whatever weapon you probably got in your hand is not going to be good enough to just like pierce it, unless maybe you have like a spear or a halberd and you could just absolutely stab it in, and if you got really lucky, but even then you gotta hope he's not gonna get like one on you. That'd be fuck off intimidating. Like you could probably take him out a night out quite easily with a crossbow, which I think is why effectively once the crossbows came in, it was like that's when like, the English decided to not use them, because they were like, it's a cheap weapon, we're not going to use it, and then the French continued to use it, and like, oh, we're better use it. But it's just insane when you like read up about the sort of the scale that those wars were. You just think about thousands and thousands of fucking people at Battle of Hastings. Like even in that, like 1066, they would have. I think they would have still had like not necessarily knight armor, but they would have definitely still had like pretty good armor. But you just see it; it's like fully articulate metal armor with the gauntlet's insane. You just got to think like how heavy would that motherfucker have been, and that's like something they had to do. Like knights weren't just normal people; they would have been like on the most. To be a knight, yeah, it was like a fucking huge deal. You would be basically like I'm pretty sure you get given like your own like little bit of land or something like that. And I'm sure like they have a salary which have just been like really good. Couple of gold pieces a month or something like that, which is actually like fucking insane. And you get your own like what's it called? Is it like stable boy? Page boy or whatever it's called. The guy the person who helps him like get ready and stuff. Actually, because like the armor is so in depth, it takes like I think it's like it takes a couple of hours to actually get it all on. You gotta like put on all the undergarments, and then it's just like yeah, putting all the armor on. You gotta like tie it all up. It's like once you've donned your armor, it's like that is it. You're pretty much like not gonna get out of that until like the war's finished. But yeah, it's cool as hell, isn't it? It's like just back then they didn't know anything else, did they? They didn't know what the hell was going on. They didn't have to worry about India or like Iran or like also Persia or like I mean India didn't exist. Any of this stuff. Africa, what was that? Who were the Jews? um yeah. So anyway. So like if Wilma just like had the black eye and it'd just be like, oh, how did you get it? And I'd just be like, oh, me and Fred just had a bit of a falling out or something like that. There'd just be a kind of like an unwritten rule between them where they just wouldn't like, they would never ever be like, go to the police. Because there's even shame in just doing that, like having a divorce. Because being a Winster, like a divorced woman, especially back in like even the 50s, was really, unless it was like you actually knew like your husband was like a proper fucking like a widow, fine. But this is what I'm telling you, it's just the shame of it's all gone now. Because there used to be shame on loads of things. There used to be shame for women if they were like still single when they're in their mid-20s. That was like still considered shameful. Not being married would probably be considered quite shameful, especially if you're in your 30s and stuff. Like, what are you doing? And having no children. Getting like loads of tattoos, like sleeping around, just being like really masculine. This is what I'm saying to you. It's just these are all the things that we wanted. It's just like everything we want from women. They've taken away from us, or made them turn into it. And then we had, yeah, it's just as hell. Because that was like what happened, even like in the 70s and stuff, and then even like the 80s. It's like when women got married, there was just like more. The man just had more power. So sometimes the woman did get like a bit hysterical, and it was just like they just. Do you know what I mean? It's like a child. It's so weird, isn't it? I wouldn't even say I'd ever hit my kids. I don't think that's even fair to say. But sometimes you don't need to hit your kids, but sometimes I think you do need to like just be firm, especially if they're like doing something dangerous. You need to like just grab them and just be like, no, don't do that. I wouldn't hit them, but like that's what I mean. Like if they did something really bad, I think I would like hold them still and like very firmly just say, do not do that, very angrily, and just say like that, but I'd never let hurt them. And I think almost like women need that, but it's like you can't say that to a woman, and I know that's what's really fucked, because if you just say it to a woman, they're just gonna say, don't talk to me like that, I'm not a child. And it's like, you are a child. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So this is what I'm saying. So by giving women that power, they think they're as like good as men. It's just impossible. It's like you can't date them. It's just like you're dating a bloke. So men don't want to like date a combative woman who's just gonna like, come back from work and it's just gonna make your life like hell because you're just trying to relax. And for some reason they don't like that. So they've been taught by Professor Shekels to like, if you ever see a white man like relaxing, it's on the back of the blood of like slaves and like the Indian germs.
Actually had to turn off the show and take a break because I was like, wow, genuinely, what in the GCSE acting?
Generally,
like, you could just talk about the day it happened to you rather than reconstructing it. Because if you're going to do,
yeah, it's fantastic. Again, like Katie's the one now, like critiquing her on like being more succinct and not like filibustering. When I always say like when you just listen to her talk. She's just saying stuff. There's nothing's happening. That's what I'm saying. Women do, and this is just because women don't take risks. Just always remember that in the back of your brain. women don't take risks. That's not their point. The men take risks. Men take risks. Because we are designed to do that. That's our whole purpose in life. It's how shit gets done. Everything that you see around you is a result of a man doing something that took a risk. Not a woman. Because a woman aren't supposed to do that. The women know that they've got it good. But the difference is the women should know that they only have it good because of the white man. It's not the Indian man. Sure as hell ain't black man. And it ain't Jewish man. But they don't. They instead just giving it to all men. Because the Jews have just they've subverted it. They've been like, all races are the same now, little boy. So we let Africans on TV again. They become millionaires for what? Being in Africa. What have they contributed to like mankind? Nothing. Some shitty rap music and playing endball, which will just be scrubbed. When I'm like in charge, I'm just gonna scrub all of it. If you type in like LeBron James, it will probably just have like 1 or 2 websites about it, and there'll be like some archive that I'll have where it'll just be like, we'll have something in like, because we'll have like the Molosseum of like racism, which I'll make, which will contain like loads of examples of just like the sort of like racist stuff that they were trying to do to like make white people feel bad. And I'll just have like in there, there'll just be like a book of like all the like black like athletes and celebrities and stuff, and it will just have their name and like it'll just have it'll just have. I won't even show a picture of them, because this is how bad we'll do it. We'll just completely revoke. You just won't even be able to know what a black person look like, and no one will ever notice. No one will notice. The other secret they're getting, because people piss me off now, so I'm going to have to start revealing more of my secrets. But when you control the world, you can just scrub things out. This is like what One Piece is like an allegory for, because the Void Century is all meant to be like that. It's just like it's like that. It's like something obviously happened in that Void Century, which like the world government are really ashamed of, and it literally will be something to that extent. It will be like they wiped out Africa. But it won't be Africa. It's gonna be like that future city. The one there's some kind of like civilization, which is like, I can't remember if that is Raftel. I think that is. I think I got it. So I think Raftel is the city which there's like the last bastion of the super futuristic race. But in this context, we would be this futuristic race, and the world government would be like Africa, because like they took us out somehow. Because this is what I'm saying, they took us out by using probably like tricks, which is what the Jews are doing. They're like using like tricks to try and like make us weak. It's working. It is really working. It's like I know the secret, but no one will believe me. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I can so candidly just say all this, because no one's ever going to watch this, and no one's ever going to care. Do you know what I mean? This is how narcissistic the world's become. It's just no one cares. Everyone's trying to be famous. No one's going to give me this time. Who's going to be watching this? Seriously. Like, how long have I been streaming for? 48 minutes. So you'd have to be some sort of sadist. You've got to like watch this for like... So some kind of masochist. And you got to like watch this for like 48 minutes. And then suddenly I just start like just talk about this stuff. And no one's going to do it. That's why I just... Even the AI is not going to know, because it's not that good. It can't pick it up. It's not going to pick up every word and just like know what it means in context. To be honest with you, I could probably say like the N-word. I probably could like just go. I'm not even going to test it. But I just could probably just like say like after like an hour of streaming, just start dropping the N-word. because I think the only way you could only get reported for that is if someone does report you and says like, I heard a white person say it, because it's just like black people can say the N-word, and it's allowed on YouTube. This is why there's always this. It's like I could watch Kai Cenat doing streaming university, and he'll like say that N-word so many times. If I repeat that N-word once, I could just lose my whole channel. These are the games that are not the same. There's nothing he could say that would happen. It's just like, obviously the standards are not the same. It's like I'm playing on like very, very hard mode.
Do a reconstruction in a documentary, at least make it real.
And I'm doing it for like the benefit of Katie, which is why I've got this morbid curiosity of her, because it's like she's living the life that the men should have, and she knows that, and that's why I've stopped it. And she's got like the troll face at the moment because she knows I'm right. She knows that like it's all the white men. It's all these white men who are like the ones that should be having the life Katie has, and Katie should just be like a subsidiary to like someone. But in reality, she's too narcissistic that if she had to see like the looks match the guy that she had to like be with, because she's like, you have to remember she's ruined because she's already gone on social media. And theoretically, I'm talking about some paradigm where the girls now that are coming out, they're not allowed to go on social media. They're just not allowed. They will have some kind of way of knowing that they just. We may have a form of digital ID back then, but it won't be evasive. It's just going to literally be only to like verify gender. So if you're like a woman and you want to use social media, you will have to. The only way you can create it is if you use like an ID, or your passport or driving license. And obviously, if it says you're female, it will not allow you to do it. You have to have a male one. And then, let's say you steal someone else's, we'll just have measures in place because there'll just be like a duplicate. There might probably be 2 accounts at that point, so we'll be able to flag that and be like, okay, someone like not supposed to be using it. And then it would also have like whistleblowing. So, for example, if there was just like some white woman who just snuck onto like social media and was like whoring herself out, just immediately just block them and just like even have like legal penalties to say like, no, you can't go on there. And we'll just teach the girls why. Literally in school, they'll be like in year 7 or 8 or something. We'll just have like lessons for PSHE, and it'll just be like these public announcement things talking about like why girls aren't allowed to go on social media. And it'll just have like these things which just say like you can't go on social media as a woman because we can't protect you. But the short answer is just we can't protect our girls. Because they go into this like little zone and we have no idea who they're talking to. The equivalent of it is, it's like imagine you had like a kaleidoscope, and that kaleidoscope showed them like the most degenerate shit in the world. Like you can protect them physically, but they're just like looking at the most insane shit ever. They're just like looking at like dead kids in Gaza and just like fucking like NBA players are trying to like pay, showing them dick pics and stuff. Just like all the most fucking Indians just like asking if they can like buy their used tampons and stuff. It's the most disgusting shit ever. And that's why. It's because we should be able to protect them, but we can't. And that's what we just have to like hit to them. We just have to say, look, it's just because we trialed it and we didn't know what it was like. But now we've got enough evidence and we can tell it's just not good for women. The reason men are allowed to just use it is because we're the ones that are making things, and there is actually a good use to social media. If men were the only ones using it, it would just turn into like, as I said, it would become like the men's club, and it would become like men would like going in there. But we wouldn't be tempted because there'd be no ear of like women being on there, if that makes sense. You'd never go on there and see like content of women like making stupid videos of them just talking in their car. That just wouldn't be allowed. And the women would be thankful for that because they'd just be with their family. They'd just have a husband and they'll never just be allowed to go on social media and the grass won't be greener. And when they watch TV, because when they don't watch TV, all the TV shows, because the BBC and stuff have changed, it'll all be like just promoting healthy families, and it'll just be promoting it. So they're never gonna like be watching shit about Gaza or shit about Palestine or shit about Israel. We'll just make it. We'll block all of that. And we won't hear about India. We'll just block India and block Africa. They won't be allowed to. And there'll be no black people. We've got rid of that. So all of the girls, they just basically they'll go to school until they're 16. But even when they're in school, they're going to be learning like home ec and things and like about pregnancies and stuff and like what to expect during pregnancies. Because that's just what they're going to do. As soon as they like come 16, their whole MO is just going to be to find a suitor, a nice bloke, and the bloke as well. They're a bit chivalry will come back. So you know, like, all these women keep talking about chivalry. That will come back. Because men will know that we've got like power and dominion over women, but we're not gonna like misuse it. We'll treat you good as long as you're nice to us. If you like, as long as you like, you know, we're walking down the street and we'll probably be wearing us like a nice suit because we'll start to like wear nice stuff because there'll be no black people there to like just make us wear like stupid stuff. If we just so happen to like walk past, like walking in the park and then like there's like a couple with their dog and they're dressed nice, yeah, you just sort of say good day to you, good day. That's it. That's all the engagement is. But like but then like, so for example, yeah, there's a mum who's like got loads of shopping bags. Loads of blokes are gonna suddenly like run up and like open the door for her, and then they go, "Is it okay if I take your bags, man?" That's what women don't understand. That will all come back. The only way it will is if they can trust us men to do it, but they don't. They've been told too much by Professor Shekels that white men are evil, and if we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to immediately put Kay in a rape cage. Which is, again, funny, because from reading the books that women read, Kay would probably really like that. But it's not. It's because they get told that all men are the same. So when they go to uni and stuff, they have all these like really unpleasant sexual encounters, and it'd be like by all these like mixed race people. So even mixed race is not white. So it'll be like some mixed race guy. So it'll be like LeBron James's son, who like he actually does have black kids, but it'll just be like some end-ball player who's like son is like some end-ball player like fucked a white woman. And they've got like some mixed race guy. So he's like got like brown skin and that kind of like curly hair that they have. It's just like it's like the black curls, and then it's like trying to like go with like a white phenotype, which doesn't work. And he's probably just like a nepo baby because his dad's like an endball player. So again, like what they just end up doing is like his dad just gives him loads of money, and he just like has like or his dad just like owns like an apartment in London. And it's just like, yeah, if you want to live there, I don't mind while you're going to uni. And so he just lives there, and he just bankrolled by his dad, so loads of cash. And that's what I'm saying. Then like, Kay just goes on Tinder when she's at uni. And this guy's just on there as well, and he's like bored. So then, yeah, he's just gonna like hit up every single woman, and then like Kay's too stupid again. So from her like myopic view, she just sees this engagement with this player and thinks that he is like enamored by just Katie. But in reality, if you actually like saw what like that guy was like doing, he would just have like probably like 20 other women who are doing like exactly the same thing as Katie. They're just saying like being absolutely enamored by him, and he's just probably copying and pasting like loads of his like answers. And he's just like, it's so methodically worked out. And because again, he'll just be like, oh yeah, if you just come to meet me in like Knightsbridge or something like that, and then it came like, oh, that's a really posh penthouse. Like, yeah, I just let my butler let you in. And stuff, exactly. So then they just get immediately like enamored because they've heard these like magic words like penthouse, butler. We can get like sushi takeout and stuff, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And Jews worked it out. They saw like it was big, and they went, oh, we could do this as well. And they have. They just turn women into these like little like materialistic people who are just obsessed with like cash and money, like boomers. and they just removed it from the one demographic that actually uses it in the correct way, which is white men, because all we want to do with it is have kids and a family. And there's like so many men who just don't have the opportunity to have kids because women like he just want to have like Nando's chicken and like Five Guys milkshake.
At least make it
And
believe.
even if you want to joke and say, well, actually, no, she earned no, because you can argue like all the like friends who watch all this, all the time they've wasted and stuff, all the donations they give. There's all energy that could be given to like men, but no, it's not what she wants. And it's like she's not doing anything. This isn't elevating anything. This is not doing anything. She's not inventing anything. She's not drawing anything that's like super. Do you know? Even though that's like not, you can't really draw anything. But do you know what I mean? There's no movement happening. This is just kicking the can down the road. As a society, this is just kicking the can down the road. It's wasting time. I keep saying it's a distraction, and it is. She'll just keep doing this until she's like a cash cow. She's just milking those tits until like she gets to 30, and then she'll realize she'll get a steep decline of views because she'll realize that the Indians who are propping her up and the Pakistanis who are propping her up, they don't find her attractive anymore. It's like Brittany Benny's already starting to find this. Her views are terrible, absolutely terrible. So I can tell like loads of her like simps, like just like Indians and Pakistanis pretending to be white. Because like that's her job. She's like she doesn't realize it, but she's just she's being used by Jews. We should all be angry at the Jews, but they're not. She probably hate me more because she's been brainwashed by the Jews to hate me more than the fact that she should hate the Jews for brainwashing her. That's how like stupid these people are. Same black people, like you can just explain to them how they're being used by the Jews to just basically try and subvert like white culture, and they're like hubris is just this too big. They cannot fathom that. That's like the Dunning-Kruger effect. They are unable to just think that why is it that like rap music and just like N-ball and stuff and just like being rewarded so much. It's not because of their like merit to society or anything. It really isn't. So like I said to you, the Jews were just trying to find any way or anything like black people could be like superior over, and then just pour loads of money in it to just make black people as rich as they can. And it's like, if Whitey had got given that same amount of help, we would be like probably on Mars, but like they don't want that. They want black people to get like big and famous, and they've already got like 40 or 50 million of them in America, so they've already got like a heck of a job. I don't know like what, like I really don't know what to expect. And none of them will go back voluntarily. I doubt it. I don't think any of them will want to do that. It'd be like an absolute shit show. But yeah, that's it. It's just the content's just not good. It's bread and circuses, and it's just rubbish. Only people who are watching her shit are just like depressed women. But you got to ask them, why are they depressed? Because of feminism. The fact they're watching Katie is the same reason they're depressed. For women just are too like, they don't take risks, so they don't want to like do anything or rock the boat. It's like I said, I got banned from the chat because I said, I watch Niger Mind. Well, Niger Mind isn't a thing. It's not even a swear word, but I got banned, so I took the risk. In my opinion, that was all fine. It's again, that's like me saying like, oh, the audience sniggers, and then it's like they got banned for that. Like, why did they get banned for that? Oh, look, the Jews are like trying to like build their PR back. So they're got a new Ali G movie coming out. They're like, our PR is really bad, so we need to basically just. That game looks impossible. There's this like ancient Maya game, a Mesoamerican ball game. It's the one that's on Road to El Diablo, and it's like there's a hole that's like horizontal, and the aim of the game is you go like you can only like I think you can only use your fucking like pelvic or something, or like your leg or your shin, not your shin, your like thigh or your hip. And it's just like it is insane. They're like trying to get the fucking ball in the hole. Oh, he did it. Yeah, it's interesting. So it's like because there's slopes, it's like kind of interesting. It's probably really tough because it's like you're like inhibiting yourself. But ball up the hill, and then you gotta like kind of like play squash where you kind of like you have to like keep building up speed and momentum and make it so the ball because I'm assuming the ball's probably like really heavy 'cause it doesn't look like it bounces that hard. So you gotta like keep doing that to like build up like enough like bounce of the ball, and then once it's like high, once it's like hits off the wall, but then like hits off the ground at like the very like top of like the hill where like the goal is, which is like horizontal. There's a guy who's like his job I think is just that he's the guy who has to score the goal. So once he sees that the ball finally like bounces off the ball, it's like within like level of that, he then like kind of like he just does like a perfect like sort of like hip shunt into it. And the first guy failed it, but the second guy got it in. But yeah, it would be something that you'd have to practice. Like that you would not probably be able to do it, like just pick it up, which is obviously why it didn't take off because the best games are the ones where people can just pick them up.
Realistic, at least make it believable. And I mean, if you have to sensationalize not even like huge things for a documentary, then maybe that's evidence that you just don't need a documentary. Like, babe, not everyone needs a documentary. I'll have a documentary next if it's that bloody easy. This happened again when she was with her.
Kay has loads of documentaries. Like you could just, if you were clever, you could like cut these off and just like do like little documentaries. But like, it's probably got to be over 100 hours. This is what I mean. It's going to be really fun if she ever finds this. This will be really fun for her. She might not care. She probably won't. She probably just won't care. But if she did just like do a little bit of digging and like she found out the full extent of just how long I've been doing this.
Shit.
Yeah, so I think at like the end of this month, oh sorry, no, it's not August yet, but the end of August, just for my birthday.
That's right. You just follow me or run. Go on. See how far you get.
Hey, no loitering.
No loitering.
Yo, Roger, new champ.
Yeah, like this woman just doesn't look right in this area.
You're Cloud the Merc. Can't say I was expecting someone so pretty.
Grandma, and they recreated the moment she came across the video of Ari doing that lie detector thing we just spoke about, and it was so fake again that it physically hurt me. Like I could feel my arsehole literally cringing. It was just...
Katie, that's fucking rough. We don't want to hear about your arsehole.
Yeah.
So, you
It's really grim.
about time. Let's get this show on.
I can talk about my arsehole, and that's funny, because I'm like, you can't, because you're a woman.
I'll take him up top.
Do you think ARF and Tifa would ever say that, Katie? Like, there's a good one. Do you think Wilma would ever say that, Katie?
This idiot, go.
Do you think Wilma would ever say that? Fred, you're a real pain in my asshole. I'd be like, that's it, Wilma.
It's hard to believe this is the same Pico that nearly died in the desert.
That's what I mean. You've been hanging out with too many blokes.
The poor boy. More dirt than
That's the problem with women, is there's a sort of real dance that they have to have. You don't want well, you kind of do want women to have female friends. You want women to have like married or other virgin female friends. And then I think the whole point being is like, I suppose once they like get married, they should just not. they only have like other friends, which would be like other married couples. I think that's or yeah, that should be the best way of doing it. Or you know, like possibly like other young couples who are like getting married. If that makes sense. Because it's just when you start hanging out with like divorced women or like, single women, they always just give you like, the worst advice. They're just crabs in buckets, and it's just so that's it. We just need to like leave it to men just to tell it, and just have men telling the women like what they need to do. Because why would you like listen to a woman of like what a man wants? If you want to know what a man wants, listen to me. I'll tell you exactly what I want. I'm not gonna fucking listen. Why do you want to like, listen to like Katie or like any woman? Any of these stupid dating coaches. So I mean, all this like nice stuff. We could like pay people to like make all this.
A bug boy?
Hey there, Joe.
Why, Esther, you grow lovelier by the day.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking mental. It's only because of it's because my like. I've worked at this job for like a year and a bit. And like I had like this boss who was like his name was Joe. And he was really cool because he was like a genius at like everything. So I like, actually respect him. Because you know, like when you get bosses like who've obviously like started working after you, and it's like you can only respect them so much because like you just know you've got like more insight of the company than them. But anyway, like he moved on to like pastures green, but he still works in our company. We just went in a different division, and as a result of that, I've been basically passed from like parcel to post with like loads of different people, and like none of them have had any like product knowledge. So I've been having like one-to-ones and like progress reviews, and it's like nothing I say to these people makes any sense. They've just been giving me like really like vague ratings and stuff. And then it's like after like I guess about 10 months or so, finally, like with all of the transitioning of like the team and rescheduling, they just decided like fuck it, just go back to having Joe as your boss. So I had to have a meeting with him today. And I hadn't spoken to him for like I don't know, yeah, like 10 months, and he was just like, Jesus, where do we even pick up at this point? And I was just like, it was just crazy. Like he was like, oh, I haven't even seen your flat, because he hadn't seen my flat. He was like, the last time I spoke to you, you were literally in the process of, I think, getting the keys to your flat. And I was like, yeah, this is my flat. And he was like, oh, shit. He's like, and also, you didn't have this beard either. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah. So, like, we were just talking, like, probably, like, and it was just weird, because it's like, I was saying to them, it's like, not a lot has really changed. Oh, I don't need to go into too much to weeds. But it was just straight. It was just very, very interesting. It's just funny that, like, since him, I've had 3 other people who were like kind of managing me, but like none of them were like actually like knew what it like. The last guy I had was the sales guy. He actually knew his shit, but it was just again he was like he was sales. Good, eh? But it sounded like he might have like a potential like hybrid role for me, which could be good. So I could just develop. I'm sure he'd probably make it be like I don't know, like a little bit more shekels, which would be cool. I'm always privy to that. Because this job's just really good. Because it's like being able to work from home is very good for me. So I will happily probably just stick I anchor down. I don't get. I get enough just to do what I need to do. If that makes sense. I don't need to. I don't have anything at the moment because I know this is. It's all fucked at the moment. If I can just keep doing this until 29, that would probably be good because I reckon I could probably like get a promotion in this job if I really wanted to. And it sounds like potentially this might be something I might veer into with this new opportunity. Because effectively, there's just another product. And he was like, "Oh, how would you feel about potentially taking some accounts from that?" I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." But I'm sure if I did that, he would probably like put in notice to get me like a change of job role and probably change of pay. I'd be like, "Yep." Because I have the capacity. I said to him, I was like, "Well, I'd do it now because it's quiet because everyone's on holiday." And he hasn't got kids, so yet he will probably have kids soon. He's freshly married, but it's fine because I like him. I like Joe much better, so I'm really happy with this decision. It was just funny. It was just really funny it happened. Just went from being like the guy I was like teaching, like mentoring. I was just like didn't really think I was ever going to interact with him, and I was just like, oh, okay, I guess.
Sure I do. Oh, where are my manners?
See all this? Yeah, it was like people from Streamer University were like coming out. I'm telling you, this is just look at this. Fucking hell, Glow. But
Our next race will begin shortly. All participating jockeys,
no,
please proceed to the paddock.
damn.
You good to go?
If you managed to kick one of the chairs, you could.
You good to go?
Oddly specific. What?
And it was so fake again that it physically hurt me. Like I could feel my arsehole literally cringing. It was just
Oh, Katie, disgusting
Like, are we
woman.
gonna, like, try and act as if this is real? No, it wasn't just the
And now she's bringing up Israel. I knew she'd kiss the wall. Generic compliment. Hell yeah, boy. They did such a good job with this. I kind of am looking forward to playing, like, because I'm sure they'll just probably, like, put, like, new cups of this. Probably to get. I think that'll probably be like the cool way to get the gold chocobo. To be fair, is if they just make it. So if you win like they'll just make it really hard race. It's like if you win that, then you can get a chocobo. But they'll just legitimately make it really hard. But why can't I use it? Hell yeah, that's such a good opening. Oops, there's no problem. Well, I'll be. Hells yeah, baby.
Of substance that made the series terrible, but it was also the technical aspects to the documentary. Let's just say, right, whoever's in charge of the editing, need to get it right. Okay, it was so. There are numerous times where they appear to forget to color grade random clips. So, like, every now and then there would just be like raw footage amongst footage that was actually edited, and it was just like, bro, this is like the most obvious error. Has anyone even watched over the documentary to see if it's edited correctly? And it was the same with the audio. The mix was done so poorly. There were random changes in volume, which made for a really jarring viewing experience.
Oh,
And
did
was
it, Casey?
terrible.
Oh, that's the thing. Like some of the best things in the world. Are, like, can you like? I was trying to listen to some some of the old speeches at the time. And I was like, oh, these are really shit because they were like the sound quality was terrible. Listen to like some Winston Churchill's like inspiring quotes. This is bullshit. Yeah, like shit. The quality of this. Don't want to listen to that shit. Much rather listen to like a black man who's like perfect crystal clear. And that's him just like do it. I said too much. I need to go home now.
Like boring NPC music that was there to make the scenes seem more endearing than they actually are. It was just bad. It was just really bad. Quieter than the background noise, so you couldn't even hear what's going on. And look, okay, I am no Christopher Nolan, but I made a documentary in university, and I guarantee that that documentary I made was mixed and edited way better than this documentary. So if this is the standard, right, that you need to get on television, I'm in the wrong job. I might have been able to...
You are in the wrong job. You should be making babies. You need to be a baby maker. We need like loads of babies to make Africa, and you're like wasting your time making shitty videos. Like, you can make babies and still get Nando's, so that's really all you need. Like I told you, if you have like 5 white kids, I'll let you have like a couple £1,000 a year. We'll give it to you for free. You can spend it all on DoorDash. We'll give you like a DoorDash gold card. You have to do that. You can have as much dinner as you want. You can get as fat and gross as you want, because you've done your job. You have 5 white kids, and you've done that. So when you can start when you're 18, and then you can squeeze them out by the time you're 25. And then all you gotta do is look after them until they're until you're like 40. By the time you're like 40, in your 40s, like that'll be your retirement. So it's not that bad to do. That's all you have to do.
I'll be chewing on sand.
Raise 5 white kids, and then you get like a retirement basically. If you just sort of sold that to women, they'd probably do it, but they haven't. They've just been told to go to like uni and then go to like work in a fucking job. Just be some slave for like just working.
So bad
Against
the
shekels.
actual documentary substance was at all engaging, but pretty much all of it was the directors dragging out the most boring, beige, depressing conversations ever. Like, they could have literally done one episode and that would have been okay. There were these 3 kind of 4-minute long shots of conversations about really like minutiae things, like what they're eating, or strange, vague conversations about Paige's future and how she's, quote, going to do big things. But then they wouldn't specify, like, what big things? What big things are we talking about? Like, her grandma was always praising her, saying she's destined, she's doing so well, but they wouldn't talk about what. Like, what exactly are you doing?
She's
What
doing
is
whatever
this
she wants,
big
Katie.
future you're talking about? I
Doing
feel like
whatever
the
she wants,
series is
Katie.
trying to make us empathise with Paige in making us realise that she is her own person. But if you want that to happen, then you should probably actually delve more into who she is, what she aspires to do, and, like, what makes her different from Ariana Grande. Denying you're an Ariana Grande wannabe whilst never talking about your actual aspirations is very counterproductive. All we know is that she does modelling, but her appearance is based off Ariana Grande, so how are we meant to see her as her own person? I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. There was then an entire...
But yeah, but anyway, it's like feminism has just turned like women into just like prostitutes. It's just all it's done. It's if you just basically speak to most women, you could basically convince them to probably like sleep with you if you give them enough money. Because this is just what feminism does. There'd be a time like in the past where you couldn't do that. Because imagine if you're like a rich Jew and you see like some like Sharon Tate or something like that, it would probably not have been as easy to have like given her loads of money to sleep with some like fat Jewish girl. But this is the whole thing. So feminism's just taught them like that because women have got to start earning money. They start to like glorify money, and then they're gonna use the sex as the way to do that. So for them, they just see like sex as just like some kind of like tool to help them make money. And the Jews would just be like happy to do that because they're just like rich and they just want to fuck loads of like hot white guy women. So they'll just they won't subject the Jewish women to that in Israel, but all the American women and the European women they will because they want to fuck them. I want to like use money to just like convince them because before you wouldn't be able to do that. They'd be like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to wait until I get married. But now you've like told them with feminism. You just said with feminism, you've been like, oh no, you can just suck 10 dicks a night. I can suck 10 dicks at night, dope. It's fucking deep-rape. Take that, you little cop. Dude, this rude boot boys was wearing other people.
Isn't it beautiful? Remember when we had that rat problem? You and me.
It is like nice and easy.
And you got caught in one of them. I guess old habits die hard.
Ooh. Speaking of die hard, lovely. Excuse me. Ooh, fucked his ass. Look how easy it is. Easy, so it's easy.
I can't remember.
Yeah, this bit is just mental. They didn't need to do this. Make no good terms.
You can do this. You can still save it. I'm gonna kill you. What have you done to yourself, man?
does so much damage. Dude, I'm sorry, man. I love you, Don. You're my best friend. I loved you, Don. You were like a brother to me. Yeah, I'm like, fuck this. It's not gonna be hard, is it?
Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. There was then an entire episode purely focusing on her relationship. And again, right, not to be a sour, but no one.
It's not an expression.
I feel sick.
Don't worry, Mrs. Simpson. We've got hundreds of people in danger. We'll give you a new name, a new job, new identity. Oh, I want to be John Elway.
I want to do that.
That's Elway's patented last-second magic. The final score of Super Bowl 30. Denver 7, San Francisco 56.
Woohoo! I don't think this is such a good idea.
It's not even the funniest part. It's not the funniest part at all. The funniest part of that is like the whole, okay, so I'll be the FBI informant, and you'll be Mr. Thompson. Okay? Hello, Mr. Thompson. I think he's talking to you. Okay, for the 70th time, and then like all of the FBI informants, so like they've taken off their tie and their jacket, and then like one of them's like smoking a cigarette. It's like hair, all their hairs are really ruffled. And then they've pulled their shirt off, they're really fed up, and you can see like the kids and like Marge just look really embarrassed. For the 70th time, when I say hello, Mr. Thompson, and I tap on your foot while staring at you, you reply, hello. Okay. Hello, Mr. Thompson. I think he's talking to you. He's going. That's the best bit. It's like generally just. it was like absolute flanderization, ironically, of like Homer's stupidity, but it just worked. Because like the guys, like the FBI guys were just so patient. They're just so patient with him. That's what makes it so funny, is that you can see just in that like transition period of it being like the first time Homer kind of gets it wrong. They both just kind of look at each other and they just go like, okay, he's pretty stupid. But then it just cuts to like the transition, and it's like it's even gone from like dusk to like nighttime. And they're just in this like room, and they've like taken off their jackets and they're taking their tie off, and they're just like one of them smoking a cigarette. I think they both got cigarettes lit. They're really stressed out for those 76 times when I tap on your foot and wink at you and say, "Hello, Mr. Thompson." You reply, "Hello there." "Hello, Mr. Thompson." It's just that whole episode is so retardedly good. People have said, I think it's in season 5, so it's right in the middle of the glory days. And it's basically stipulated, I think it's like, that is like the sort of the main contenders for the best episodes I get. And one of them isn't actually technically in the glory years. It's Homer versus the monorail, for obvious reasons. Yeah, that one, which is oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a really strange name. It's like, but it's the one where like Sideshow Bob is basically on the prowl, and is vowed to kill like Bart and Homer. Oh no, Bart. So like they have to get like a witness relocation. They come to Thompson's. And they go and live in like a new on that boat, like wherever that way is. It's called like this. The one with like steamed hams in it. That's the other one. $12 short tickets to Springfield, sorry. Those are always like the kind of the main ones that always sort of come out. Oh, and Grimes' Enemy, what it's called, Homer's Enemy. But that one technically isn't it. I mean, that one is like an outlier where that one did technically come out in like season 12 or 11. But it was just such a good episode. Because I think the reason why it did so well was because you could, I think like a lot of other people always get surprised when you hear, like, when you actually work out, like, if you're an actual Simpsons aficionado, I would, like, my brother, like, basically bought the DVDs of them, and I think I watched them, like, religiously up until, like, season, like, 9 or 10, and I just kept thinking, I was like, where the fuck is, like, the Frank Grimes episode? It's like, then you realise, oh, I see. Because it's like that they sort of it sort of petered out there, because this is when like all of like the main writers will get picked off by like the bigger. So I think like a couple of them went to do Disney, Pixar, sorry. And like Sam Simon, like I think he had cancer. I think, and then Conan obviously he went off to like do his TV show and stuff. And then Groening and there's a guy who works there called Mel something. It's not Mel Brooks, but Mel whoever. They both were the ones who wanted to do Futurama. So this is what I mean. It's like the reason The Simpsons got bad was because Groening had too many like fingers in the pies. Too many fingers in the pies. It was like he didn't want to. instead of focusing all on doing that, they could have kept like the core teams, like keep it going on The Simpsons. They just kind of realized that 10 seasons was probably the amount they could squeeze out of it, and they wanted to do like. And I get it, because like for example, that'd be like me being. I've never worked somewhere for 10 years. So I can imagine like what that would feel like if you were like having to work at somewhere for 10. Even if it was fun, you just like you get food, you just get buffet. You want to do something else. You just feel like you have another idea, and you would have people pitching you things, and you just be like, just someone like up when it's like season 7 or something. You know, like it's like the 10-year contract. You'd have people come up to you and be like, we could go make that documentary about making Gundams, and you could be in it if you wanted to. And I'd be like, I'd probably really like to do that. So what I mean, or like some people they want to like just go on a different project, or maybe they want to act, or I'll just, you know what I mean. This fight's gonna be balanced.
And here I thought that Gus guy was just yanking.
Eleanor is badass. Again, she's just another example of how you can write a badass woman.
Get involved like this?
I don't think I find her attractive at all. I'm sure if like there is like there probably will be. Like I'm sure if she wasn't a bikini, she'd be hot. But I'm just saying like I'm not attracted to her demeanor at all. But she is like badass. It's like the same with like the boss. I don't find the boss like sexually attractive, but she is a badass. I love his little dicky though. I can't even take him more seriously, little dicky. Dude, you're going down. Fuck his ass. I can't down. Really, you just feel like the king on easy mode. Just feel like black people in Indians. That's what I mean. They've just like made it so it's impossible to make games for like retards. You just can't. That makes you feel like nice and powerful to be fair. But at the same time, you don't want to, because then you just don't feel like any of this is a threat.
No one cares. It was just so boring, and the guy got way too much screen time. It was like, why are you in this? Like, what substance do you have to add?
Shit, I've got to concentrate.
You want some?
No, I can't do that. Hang on, I've got to think of it. Hey. Hang on a sec. How do I stop that? I can't believe it. Been achieved. Absolutely achieved. bad, man. I can't watch this fucking dude. He's angry, this dude. I love it. I love that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't take any damage. She is badass as fuck. The guy's badass. I'm not gonna like pretend she's like. Nearly, eh?
How'd I do?
Just fine.
I'd like to think Dyne would have been proud.
Yeah, I think he would.
Did it? I officially think I can go to bed now. I'm gonna like have a lot of loss.
Some dead you are.
What was that?
Long past time my little girl knew the truth. Hey, RoboCat, you act all buddy-buddy, but we don't know a thing about you. Let's fix that.
There's not much to know. I'm a 9 to 5 nobody
There's
at a
also this
small
funny
Schindler
part, right, where the
subsidiary.
boyfriend says
Another
that haters
paper
who
shuffling,
criticise her
copy
are
pasting
just bored,
forwarding
and that when they
emails.
criticise her, it says more about them than it does her, which is like slightly true. I feel like with online hate that is often true. There is usually a reason for people being mean for no reason. But when it comes to the criticism she gets, it kind of will like stop cloning somebody and then doing an only as them because it's weird, right? That doesn't mean we're jealous of her, that just means you're a bit weird. And then another episode is about her photo shoot which she did for the Rolling Stone magazine, which again, okay, I'm trying not to be rude, but it's low-key, it's a bit diabolical, isn't it? Like, this person who's blown up for copying another celebrity is on the Rolling Stone cover. And don't get me wrong, right, she is actually a really, really gorgeous girl, but like, guys, can we get someone who would...
Really, really gorgeous girl sister. It was a joke, sure.
Oh, let some stupid
I love it very much.
get the better of me. Not before I punch that witch right in the mouth. Oh, that's it. I can't.
Wait, just wait. We'll find somewhere to... Pull over! The shit's about to pop!
Wait, Lassie! Not in the buggy! Not in the buggy!
Not in the bogey. Not in the bogey. Dude. It is. It's got. It has to be this. Damn it! Well, it won't show me now. Is this one? I don't know. That's the last bit. I'll have to try.
And don't get me wrong, right? She is actually a really, really gorgeous girl. But like, guys, can we get someone who is like?
What time's dinner,
person?
Katie?
And then another strange part that I thought you guys might want to know is that in the 5th episode, she visits a plastic surgeon and basically says, "Loads of people accuse me of having plastic surgery to look like Ariana Grande. Can we please debunk that?" And then so you meet the plastic surgeon. He just introduces himself. It cuts back to like one clip of Paige just sat in the chair, and then it cuts back to him where he goes, "She doesn't have surgery, guys." And it's like, I mean, I believe it, but like, what was the point in that? To be fair, like, I feel like maybe there are people that say she's had plastic surgery to look like Ariana Grande. I mean, I don't think she has. I just think the makeup, the expressions, the mannerisms, the voice is all weird enough, even without plastic surgery. In conclusion, the only impactful scene was in the last episode where we learned that she had a bit of an unstable upbringing because her parents were divorced when she was really, really young, and her dad is basically an alcoholic who is rarely present or struggles to be present. And honestly, like, that was the one part I was like,
Okay, so if a dad like drinks a beer at night, he's an alcoholic. It's getting like Homer Simpson. He's allowed to drink as much beer as he wants at most, and they never call him an alcoholic. And this is what women do. You give the women a little bit of power, and this is just what they do. Just call everyone like pedophiles. Just call everyone like alcoholics. Everyone's abusing. It's like, you're just an idiot. Yeah, everyone's an alcoholic, you see. Do you know why? Because men have got to like fucking like deal with loads of shit.
They thought I was about to wear them safety goggles? Hell no.
That's how I know I could have been a good fighter jet pilot, because like I know I don't get triggered by like G-forces so much. Like, I just don't get impacted by roller coasters. Like, one of the funniest things that me and my friends did was we were trying to get like the most fucked camera like picture of like any of the rides. So like we booked a really random day off because I was in the Merchant Navy and I'd like just come back from my sea phase. And I had like about like 2 months off before like I had to go back to sea. And like my friend was just like, "Oh, do you fancy that?" Because I got these vouchers for like 4 park, because they always do these like vouchers. It was like sometimes like 2 for 1. So we just booked it for a random day, which was like in term time. And also it was like, it wasn't like raining, it was like spitting. And like, my friends smoked loads of weed, and I just took some MDMA. And we were trying to like get like the most stupid like picture we could. And some of the contenders were The funniest one I think was we went on like this like fucking like log flume, and I landed to like just before the picture, which is a big drop. I turned myself to facing the wrong way around, so in the picture was like I was like facing the wrong way. That was really funny. Yeah, it's like I like remember like at the top of stealth. Right. But yeah, I turned myself like upside down. I nearly fell out of the rock room. I nearly died. I don't think I would have died.
An alcoholic who is rarely present or struggles to be present, and honestly, like that was the one part I was like, this is actually interesting. It gives an insight as to what Paige grew up with, which her technically, like, I don't like psychoanalyzing, I don't, but when it comes to what I assume is some form of personality disorder, maybe there's some connections to her upbringing and like an unstable environment. I don't really know, and the reason I mention that is because Gabby, you guys know the other Ariana Grande wannabe, she basically said that the reason she was kind of copying Ariana Grande was due to a personality disorder. She was diagnosed with BPD, and she says for her, that's why she kind of cloned different people and didn't really know who she was. And she basically was, well, the message of her video was saying, let's leave her alone, essentially, and not dogpile on her, because she's obviously got mental issues, which I do agree with. And
Mental
if it's,
issues.
you know, not clear, please don't go on my video to have Paige to just incite hate. I don't think that's productive. Like I said, with all of my videos, I actually don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for you guys going over that. I don't think my audience is like that anyway. You guys are fine, normal. But just in case anything's worth on doing that, I don't think it's helpful. I don't think it's productive. And, you know, I just don't really want to add to the hate she's done. I think she does okay. Let's keep it contained to this video. But yeah, I think in conclusion, okay, if I had to summarize, I think she's a really pretty girl.
Why'd you have to say it? Why is that important? Can you imagine blokes have to say that? Who cares? You know what, Plato? You're a very attractive man. Anyway, this game is really good. The fact they had to actually render a build their own, it's actually quite impressive. Because this is what I'm saying to you, like, they're gonna have a real job because they're gonna have to make this all like scalable when like they fucking have the highway. I'm trying. Oh, okay.
That's what's appealing about disguise. I'm all to myself. Rats can have their...
Ironic, isn't it? It's right.
All I wanted was some horror. This tropical paradise is developed.
Whoa! Passengers with reservations.
Wait.
Seems like Costa del Sol. Please step right.
Bullshit.
Again, I don't really feel like it's appropriate for me to psychoanalyze her. I hate it when people do that. Like, when you see people online being like, she definitely has this, she has this, like, it's weird.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna love which one. Because I definitely agree. And it gets a bit air. And
convinced the company to build a museum for his antiques.
and she's a huge one.
They called it. Very cool. Now,
Look how good this thing looks. It's like a little bird. Again, it's just so lucky that all of this is just like, it just gets it. But it's so good. The fact that it actually all comes together, it's incredible. We're not giving this game enough. That's what I mean. It's that this game deserves to have more recognition.
So it's not at the saucer?
But black people won't play this because they're not black people in it. So every time they watch black people, they always want to like make Cloud black. It's just so racist. I think Cloud would have been better being black because he'd be anti-establishment. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's weird. We don't do that. But the reason I mentioned the potential, like, personality stuff is because of what Gabby said, so I guess it's a potential. But, yeah, I think she has done this her whole life, so she hasn't really, you know, known anything else. And, you know, people do say, like, why does it matter? Like, who's it harming? And it's like, well, I mean, Ariana Grande has explicitly said